Hey guys, this is Cody Jones with Angus Genetics LLC, and had a pretty cool compliment yesterday. I was over visiting with a landlord, and he said that his niece and nephew, or his nephew and his nephew's wife had come down from New York City, and they went down to Branson for a little while, and Dad had a few heifers there that he'd been hand feeding, and I had some cows there, and he said, yeah, we went out and this is the first time that my nephew's wife has ever been out this close to cattle before. I was looking across the fence at the heifers looking at us because we pulled my cows off, and I said, yeah, they they're kind of young, but they're pretty gentle when you get a bucket around them. And he said, no, we walked them through your cows. And I thought that was pretty cool. I had a few fall calvers over there, and so they got to walk out and experience all that. But I just wanted to show off the disposition. I am pretty proud of it. It's something I work at. Definitely something that's very important and close to my heart. I enjoy cattle. They're not pets. They're out here to make a living for me. But I like to have a few in every herd that I can scratch. And I enjoy being able to walk through my cattle, checking them. And I do see these girls every day. They're on a rotational grazing system through the summertime. And I'm getting better at doing that through the wintertime. But so they're pretty used to me. But when you bring other people out here, different hats, different outfits, little kids, pets and things like that, yeah, they're going to get a little worked up for a minute or two, but as long as you don't have a dog running through them, they're going to settle down, and you can walk out and kind of do the same thing I'm doing. So this is a heifer. I think she's out of one of my oldest cows, one of my favorite cows. She's my oldest. She's been around the longest, and she's got a great disposition. And she's got 3 daughters in this herd. One of them did fall into my Angus too. She had a calf, and we moved the cows, and she ended up losing that calf a little bit later. But anyway, she's in my Angus twos, so we'll probably keep daughters out of her. But this heifer, I haven't ever really worked with her too much, but just the temperament. I can walk up and I can scratch her. I just like that, and I think that's important. Here in Missouri, we don't have, oftentimes we don't have a lot of large acreages, and I think a lot of my customers and a lot of folks are just like me. They just want to go out and they want to be able to see their cows, and when they drive their pickup truck into the pasture, they don't want to just see the tail end of their cows headed as far away as they can get. You don't need cattle this gentle, but I don't carry a feed bucket anymore. These cows haven't seen grain. I bought a few of them from Dad, so they saw them when they were, right after they were weaned a little bit. But I don't carry a feed bucket. I do rotationally graze, and they get used to that. But this is that cow I was telling you about, one of my favorites, and just an awesome cow. I think she's had, this is her 6th calf, 4th calf, 5th calf. Yeah, I'd have to do some math on that. I know she just had her 3rd heifer calf for me that we've got in the herd over here, and then I've got 1 bull out of her. I sold 1 bull to my uncle that he used for a while, and they had him for about 4 years, and he just got injured, so got a full brother to him I'm thinking about keeping back. But just an awesome temperament on that cow. I think that's important too. If you're going to be moving your cattle, hauling your cattle, or even if it's just during sale time, a gentle disposition is going to make you money, because those calves aren't going to be nearly as stressed at the sale barn. They're going to retain that weight a little bit better. You're not going to take as big a dock on weight stress. So, it all adds up. Gentle cattle can make you more money. They're not out here running. They don't get excited, other than when I go to open a next paddock for them. But they're not stressed. They're not always watching to see what's going on. They're aware. This cow is very attentive. Another thing I love about her, and the reason she's still here, is she does a great job of watching after her calf. And she's one that I'm very careful when I tag that calf, because there's a few days there where she's very aware of what's going on, and that's perfect. That's what I want. She's never tried to take me, but the last calf I was tagging out of her, she was very much just right in my face, checking on the calf and making sure everything was good. And I tagged it and weighed it and got out of her way and let her go back to work. So anyway, this is our bulls. We know I don't, they're not pets. They're out here working. But the sale bulls, I have been giving them a little bit of grain this year. Always been marketing them with my dad, and they weigh quite a bit less than his. That they go on feed after they get weaned. So when his bulls are being fed for, I don't know, 190 to 120 days, my bulls will be 100, 150 pounds lighter, and they're a little bit smaller frame, a little bit more moderate, which is where I want mine to be. So that'll add into it a little bit. But that grain, it doesn't take a lot of grain to really make these cattle pop. And we don't, Dad doesn't feed his too hard. I don't feed mine too hard, but it does put me at a big disadvantage. I'd had been kind of, if I just kick them out together, I'll have to end up feeding mine for an extra 2 or 3 months just to get that final bloom on them. So anyway, I've started marketing more of my own this year, but so if I continue to do that, I will probably not feed grain anymore. It's just an extra added expense, but it does continue to make them very gentle and easy to handle, and they'll come to a bucket. And if that's important to you, it only makes these more maternal, moderate type cattle better. But you can see with the condition on these two milking moms, their calves are about 2 months old. They don't need it, which is what I want. I want cattle that can perform without grain in a low input system. So gentle disposition. And even this calf, he comes out here and he follows me around when I've been shooting videos the last couple nights since we're starting selling bulls. And this one kind of follows me around. I think that's pretty cool. They're not stressed. I got up here, I drove out into the calves, kind of checking on them. I had 1 or 2 that had a weepy eye, so I just get right up next to these calves, and you get any closer to this and he's going to get up and he's going to stretch, but they just don't care. So like I said, just wanted to shoot a video, kind of show off the temperament, disposition. There you go. Just getting a little stretch right there. And that's what you like to see. Make sure they're healthy when they get up and they stretch and they get going. That's perfect. So I'm gonna getting on to other things, but hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for hanging out with me in the pasture. What do you think, girl? So all right, you guys have a good one.